the towel in like that? I mean, were you talking back and forth? Just that whole 1 minute long process. What was going on there?
Well, I'm the head coach of the team, but we do things a little bit differently. 99% of the time, the head coach of the team is also the guy that's the lead in the corner. Ours is a little bit more like a football team, American football, where the head coach doesn't necessarily call the plays. Mark said something about possibly during the round, Mark said something about throwing the towel in, and I told him, don't do that. I didn't think you should do that. And then the fight went a little bit longer, and then I saw the towel go in. So I haven't talked to Mark about it, but we'll talk about it and figure out what exactly happened there.
Breland, he responded to Deontay Wilder accusations with a long message by sharing Teddy Atlas video, which was highly suspect to me. He said, I have never seen things I'm seeing now, when he was talking about Wilder accusations, right? And he shared a long message. I'm not going to read it all because he didn't really defend himself or say anything. He just said, the people that know me, they know I won't do such a thing. And he went and talked about, my daughter told me about making social media account for things like this when there's heat on you, right? He said all of that, but he really didn't respond to Deontay Wilder other than share Teddy Atlas video, which was highly suspect to me. Let me explain why. It's one thing if Breland just defended himself, but to side with old media, even against feet cheating, is highly suspect to me. It's one thing if he want to say, yeah, I didn't spike your water. I didn't do this. I didn't do that. Even though we saw Wilder, he kept rubbing his eyes like he was trying to keep himself awake. But at the end of the day, when you go to court, you have to have hard evidence when it comes to things like that. I'm pretty sure he got some evidence, some hard evidence when it came to Breland spiking his water. But like I said, for Breland not to respond to Wilder accusations, however, he shares a video of Teddy Atlas claiming that Wilder is making all types of excuses. The excuses are ridiculous. Remember, Teddy Atlas is the same guy back in Glovegate 1.0, back when we only found out about Tyson Fury left hand alone, that he tampered with his left hand only by placing his fist in the palm area. Teddy came out and said, even if it's true, how is that even helpful? How is it helpful? He's not going to be able to punch with it. If he's able to extend his reach 3 inches, how's that going to help him? How's that beneficial? Because he's not going to be able to have power with it. How is he going to be able to punch with it? He started saying all these silly things when we all know it's helpful because he pretty much punching bare knuckle from inside of the glove. So he connecting bare knuckle on that left hook. That's how it's helpful. This ain't bare knuckle brawl at the end of the day. This ain't bare knuckle fighting. Both fighters have to be on an even playing field. So Teddy Atlas came out and pretty much said, if Tyson Fury tamper with his left hand, it's okay. You know what I mean? He still got more skills. He using decaf's talk points. I made a video on that and I exposed every talk point by Teddy Atlas, right? So for Breland to actually share Teddy Atlas video when Teddy made no sense at all. He kept talking about the commission. We talking about the same commission that never busted anybody in the past cheat. We know fighters cheated in the past. Margarito, Maidana was trying to cheat. Luis Rusto, all these guys cheated in the past, right? If the commission is there, why they didn't bust Margarito? Why they didn't bust Rusto? However, he want to talk about how the commission is there. This is the same guy that when he was on Joe Rogan podcast, he was talking about how the boxing is so corrupted. There's so many loopholes in the sport of boxing that fighters are taken advantage of by cheating. He said that like 2 years ago. All of a sudden now, he defending Tyson Fury blind, ignoring all the accusations, ignoring the doctors, ignoring the witnesses, ignoring Tyson Fury's sparring partners. And he want to rely on the commission that never did their job before. However, now all of a sudden, we expecting them to do their job when Tyson Fury cut off the camera in the dressing room. And they said they saw nothing irregular. You know what I'm saying?
Camera
we could see Tyson Fury knuckles printed on the right glove. They want to say we see nothing irregular. We see Tyson Fury left glove bending, rotating in 90 degrees. They say they see nothing irregular. And Teddy Atlas saying is nothing but a bunch of excuses, when we know being cheated and making excuses are two different things. So when Breland co-signed with them, like I said, that was highly suspect on my behalf. Like I was like, man, that's highly suspect. I remember when Wilder talked about, Breland betraying him, he said, listen, this man, hold on, give me a second. I got to read the super chat. A basement Doc. Appreciate the love and support. Shout out AKHi. I appreciate the love, my brother. So, like I said, Breland, Deontay Wilder pointed out that this man, he trained in Kronk Gym and he got connects over there. So he felt like Breland betrayed him because Wilder always tell his team that, listen, regardless of what happens, I'm willing to go out on my shield. I always say I want to catch a body. So I can't say that and not be willing to go out on my shield. Right? So Wilder was saying all these things. Like I told all my team, I made it clear every single time, never stop the fight because I got that one bomb squad that could end the fight. And Breland stopped the fight when Wilder was actually still in the fight. I won't say he was about to come back and win. I don't think he would have been able to under the double standards he was facing. However, he threw a left hook right before they stopped the fight, just to point out that Wilder was still there. And Breland threw the white towel. That was highly suspect to Wilder because Breland had that guilty look on his face when he stopped the fight. Like he was in on the dirt, is what I'm saying. So the fact that he now sharing Teddy Atlas video calling Wilder champion of excuses when Cotto went through the same thing during Teddy Atlas time is highly suspect to me. So what's your take on all of that?
That is a beautiful, beautiful question, my brother. Breland, to answer that, man, honestly, Breland, I would have never expected him to be a crab in the bucket trainer, to be honest with you, bro. I always thought he was that.
Yeah, hold that real quick. Let me just respond to this. Pace Styles.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm Larry of JD's also. What do you mean by that, brother? Like, do you know JD's personally? What do you mean by that? Please clarify. But I appreciate the love and support. But yeah, like I said, even JD's, he said Breland knew not to stop the fight.
Breland, out of all people, out of 40-plus fights with Deontay Wilder, should know the mindset of the Brahms bomber. He should know damn well that Deontay wants to go out like the true warrior that he is. For one, I just want to clarify to all the DCAVs listening in. Deontay Wilder was not in and out of that fight. He was not out of it, not one bit. He was in the fight at the beginning of the rounds. He was never out of the fight.
Because Tyson Fury gloves were tampered with, it's fair to say he was out of the fight, but he didn't know about it. However, Breland, he felt like Breland knew about it. That's why he threw in the white towel. Even though Wilder got that bomb squat, that one punch that could even out the playing field at any situation, Breland knew what Wilder was up against. That's why Wilder felt like he was the snake in the camp. Now, a lot of people are giving Wilder hell for it. Everybody are accusing Wilder of this, Wilder of that. She saved your life. But again, they not looking at what's between the lines. And that's what Wilder is pointing out to the world.
But that's the beauty of it. People are talking about how he saved Wilder's life and this and that. Okay. Let's play devil's advocate here. Maybe Breland did save Deontay Wilder's life, but at the same damn time, you're doing business at a gym where Tyson Fury's coach, who was in on the dirt, was at, and you were connected with that? You're connected with that gym? And you're the trainer of Brahms Bomber? Come on, man. That's hugely suspect.
Like I said, he got pretty much connection with the Kronk Gym, and he trained there. And so at the end of the day, like when it comes to court, you have to have hard evidence at the end of the day. Accusations is not going to cut it. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to the spike water, when it comes to Breland, Wilder is definitely going to need hard evidence more so, right? But when it came to the gloves, that's the evidence are overwhelming. When it comes to Tyson Fury cheating, the evidence are overwhelming. When it comes to Breland, that's where it's a 50-50. You know what I'm saying? So I think Wilder got more evidence than people know right now. But to talk about, Teddy Atlas real quick, because, like I said before, he came out and said Wilder this, Wilder that. The commission is there. How did Tyson Fury cheat when the commission is there? So he pretty much want to tell us, your eyes is lying to you. Believe the commission. Yeah, don't believe your eyes. It's 2020. You guys don't got 2020 vision. believe the commission. That's what Teddy Atlas is telling us, Mr. Stevie Wonder of the boxing world. But think about it. That's equivalence of saying, this is me reporting to Teddy. I'm telling Teddy, hey, Teddy, so-and-so bank got robbed. This bank got robbed. And he responded to me with, what? Man, that bank got top-notch security. That bank will never get robbed. There's no way the bank will get robbed because the security is top-notch. And I told him, like, no, man, I'm telling you, Teddy, the bank got robbed. And he's still trying to convince me that the bank can be robbed. I'm like, Teddy, there's no money in the bank. The money is gone. And you're still telling me the bank can't get robbed? This is what Teddy's trying to convince the world. He's trying to tell us, yeah, Tyson Fury didn't cheat. When we could clearly see with our own eyes that he did cheat because his glove is bending in 90 degrees, which is not physically possible for your to bend in 90 to 100 degrees. Throwing a hook, not a flick jab, because Teddy, he tried to deflect and said a flick jab, you could bend it. Nah, that wasn't a jab, that was a hook. Teddy, when Roger Mayweather said, you don't know shit about boxing. He possibly was talking about Teddy. Because Teddy want to deflect, he want to act like he don't know nothing about boxing and say that was a flick jab when it was clearly a hook. I know he know the difference between a hook and a jab. And when he was throwing a hook, the glove was bending in 90 degrees. We could also see his fist, his knuckles printed on the fist. I challenge any decaf wizard to point out any fighter in history with their glove brand new of a fighter knuckles printed on the glove. I challenge any decaf wizard to point out any fighter in history with their knuckles printed on the glove, like Fury gloves are during a Wilder rematch. So, like I said before, you know, he making no absolute sense, so on and so forth.
According to the last two decafs you knocked out, that I watched get smacked around in the ring. In the Tyson Fury rematch, you can clearly see on the right hand that the knuckles are imprinted on the glove and that there's no padding in the glove. These are 10-ounce fighting gloves, man.
Remember, these are brand new gloves. And also, you got to remember that this photo was taken by a photographer that took photos for Floyd, Pacquiao, Canelo, and all the big stars in the sport of boxing. So, you know, this is 100% authentic photo.
You heard my brother AKHi. That's 100% fact. I don't understand what you decavs are talking about or trying to expose my boy. He knocks you decavs out with facts and logic. What he just said was logical and fact, and it can be proven. You know what I mean? That can be proven. I just wanted to add on that.
Yeah, they will say anything and everything.
Go ahead, brother.
Like I said, they will say anything and everything, but respond to the accusations with logical, you know, statements and facts. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, what they say is irrelevant. That's why they decaf.
It was like I was saying, in order to work for these independent sanctioned entities, they have to go through a lot of things in order to be approved by these sanctions, in order to be these photographers, you know what I mean? And when they take these photos, they have to go through all these bodies and all these rules and regulations and all these protocols in order for the photos to even be posted on the internet. So for people to be sitting here calling this man a liar and that people are just refusing to believe that Tyson Fury is cheating and that his gloves are 100%, those are his knuckles in that right glove, y'all just really just delusional. Y'all just hot. Y'all just hot.
Let me tell you why. The answer is very simple. It's because Tyson Fury is on the hope list. So he got his hope insurance in his pocket. Deontay Wilder is on the coincidental list. And you best believe this is not a coincidence because it happened on more than one occasion. History always repeats itself.
Hold it, you're not that pretty. I'm a bad man. Wait. I took up the world. I took up the world. I took up the world.
I bear witness there's only one God, Allah, and Muhammad is his final messenger. That's what I said, Larry, on the Bungle fight. Thanking you.
They call me the problem, but you could call me the can man, because anybody can get it. Africans, Americans, Dominicans, Mexicans, anybody can get it.